They're celebrating Howie's hype. It doesn't look like this isn't a trade, I don't think.
No.
He's probably calling the other GMs to say,
if this is Terrion Arnold, and they didn't have to move up to
that'd be this
please cook, Howie. Please.
Steal.
Quinyon.
I'm going to be great with Quinyon Mitchell too. If they take Quinyon Mitchell,
I'll be great with any corner of the 5. I don't care.
We're here. Jameson's saying Quinyon.
Well,
they're still on the clock on my end. I got them on the clock. I don't see what's happening.
They are under a minute on the clock.
I'm not even looking at the comments just in case.
Rob is saying he's calling Tyler Guyton.
The pick is in, but I don't see anybody else yet.
I see something that is like, it looks like a confirmation, but it's not a full-on confirmation, so I don't want to say it. Yeah, confirmation, the pick is in. The Eagles select cornerback Quinyon Mitchell from Toledo.
Let's go. God damn it.
It's not my guy in terms of the corners. Wouldn't have been my pick. He's my number 4 corner, and they took him 1. But like I said, I don't care. Get me a corner. Get him to me now for the next 10 years.
Yeah, my official statement on this pick I put out on Twitter 5 minutes ago when I said, give me Quinyon Mitchell or give me death.
Yes. Is anybody checked on Rob in the chat?
God, we have Rob is alive.
Rob's alive. All right.
We have Rob is alive. We have a lot of comments. Yes, the pick is in. Yes, it's Quinyon. Quinyon is a smooth athlete, man. Just unbelievable. Meteoric rise for Quinyon Mitchell throughout the draft process. Just dominated the Senior Bowl, made everyone look silly. At the Combine, he was one of the biggest stories with his measurables. Just an impressive 4-year career at Toledo. Field vision, anticipation, awareness, top-tier physical tools, man. When it comes to coverage, man, this guy, without a doubt, will be able to hang with some of the best receivers in football. He's more of a smooth athlete than he is, but I think this is just a home run selection, a draft selection by Howie Roseman. What do you guys think?
Love it. Everything you said, love it. I would have preferred Terrion Arnold, but Quinyon and Terrion were in the tier by themselves, in my opinion. I'm ecstatic, man. This is great.
Yeah. This is so good. This is so good. I was so absolutely worried that Howie was going to do something stupid and outsmart himself and take a tackle. And this is, I don't care about anything. I didn't want to tackle. He didn't give me a tackle, and that's fine. I love it. I'm in. I'm all the way in. Let's go. Let's get rid of James Trashberry. And
yes, that's it, right? Like, you don't have to rely on James Bradbury as CB2 next year. You got a legit CB1 upside prospect to grow, groom. Like, what's more fun than that? Before we get into some others, I got to say this, there are some weaknesses. He can be over aggressive at times, especially against double moves. He does have a little bit of a lack of experience, but overall, pound for pound, the Eagles have an unbelievable talent at cornerback that I think he will probably get more and more playing time as the season progresses, because I would imagine they're going to throw Bradbury and see what they got with Vic Fangio from the jump. What do you think, guys?
If Bradbury takes one snap over Quinyon Mitchell this year, the entire Eagles coaching staff should be launched to the moon. On Quinyon Mitchell, I think I was the highest on Quinyon Mitchell. He was my CB1. He was the top 10 player on my board.
Mine's is higher, actually.
Dang it. Shut up, Mark. He led FBS in forced incompletions over the last 2 seasons. Per PFF, he had the highest grade in man coverage and the 4th highest grade in zone coverage in 2023. He is extremely fast, 23.6 miles per hour on the GPS this season. He's physical. He has excellent click and close from off coverage. Now, he's inexperienced in press coverage. What do the Eagles never, ever, ever, ever do? They never press. I think I agree with Eagles Eric here. Mitchell's such a good scheme fit. He's so good from off coverage. He's so versatile. I know a lot of the trepidation comes from the fact that he played at Toledo, a team who we realized on our draft podcast Mark did not know the mascot of. You can check Twitter for that clip. But I love this pick, and I love even more that it's top 10 player on my board. I got to move my finger because we're in squares now. Top 10 player on my board, hit a huge position of need. You're not reaching for a need here. He's one of the best players available at a huge position of need, and you didn't have to trade up for it. That's a slam dunk A+ pick for me.
So I want to throw this out there to the universe. I was the highest on Quinyon Mitchell among all of us here. Go ahead, Mark.
I was much lower than all you guys on Quinyon. I had him 19th overall. But I did have Quinyon number 5 on my Eagles big board. As you guys know, I was extremely passionate about them getting a corner. So I am a little bit more concerned about the small school aspect than you guys are. The best receiver he played against this year would probably not have made the top 25 for Terrion Arnold's receivers that he played against this season. That is something that I think everyone's going to undersell it now because we made the pick. But the reason that I'm not overly concerned, the reason that I have him 19th and I still had him very solidly as a first-round pick is because he has that speed that I think is going to translate no matter what level he's playing against. And like Shane said, in this system, one of the big knocks on him, not a guy who's probably going to line up and play press, but we don't do that at all anyway. And in a Fangio defense, I think he makes an absolute ton of sense as a zone corner. He's got enough speed to handle it. So I love the pick. Would I have made it? I would have taken Arnold or DeJean, but it's absolutely something that I'll give it an A-. I'm ecstatic about it.
The Eagles should trade 50 and 53 for pick 23 and go get Terrion Arnold.
Someone said Sauce Gardner went to Cincinnati. School doesn't matter. There's a huge difference between the American Conference, where Sauce Gardner was on a team that made the playoffs and he played Notre Dame, and Quinyon Mitchell playing in the MAC. There's a massive difference there.
I'm just ecstatic that they got one of their guys, Quinyon Mitchell and Terrion Arnold, without moving up.
Yes, that's the biggest thing.
50 and 53. We still have picks 50 and 53. We have ammo still available to make a move if we need to. Day 2 to get the guy we need, linebacker, safety, you name it. But my God, or wide receiver, who knows what wide receivers will be available at the top of round 2, because they haven't really, that run hasn't happened yet at that position. But the fact that we didn't have to do anything, like my guy said up there, this draft could have not have gone any better for the Philadelphia Eagles, man.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely a home run for Howie. There was talks all day, all week, all month about Howie on the phones, talking to this guy, talking to that guy. And yeah, listen, the fact of the matter is, wow. Yeah, this is such a home run pick. And honestly, I like Quinyon. He's a little bit faster than Terrion Arnold. And considering who we have in the division, I think that is going to bode well for opposite of Darius Slay.
I thought you were about to say he's a little bit faster than James Bradbury for some reason.
I'm faster than James Bradbury.
And I was going to say he's faster than James Bradbury running backwards.
No, his back pedal is legit. Like, this is what you want out of Quinyon Mitchell. Like, his back pedal, his athleticism, his coverage ability. That is the bread and butter of Quinyon Mitchell, man. That is what you're buying.